Hello, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend and a chance to enjoy some much needed sunshine. To those of you who participated in discussion forum number 1, I want to thank you for sharing a bit about yourself. It was a pleasure getting to know you and reading about your experiences with English. I look forward to learning more about you as the semester continues. To those of you who did not participate, I want to reiterate the importance of the discussion board in our class. Since we don't meet in a traditional face-to-face setting, the discussion board serves as our virtual classroom, giving us the forum to share our experiences, thoughts, and knowledge. The discussion board is the place where we'll make meaning together to understand the texts and topics on a deeper level and hone our reading and writing abilities. With that said, your participation in the discussion board is an important part of your overall participation in the class. If you don't participate in the discussion board, or if you participate inconsistently, you're not taking full advantage of the course, and this will have a negative impact on your final grade. In other words, if you don't participate in the discussion board, you will not pass the class. Please keep this in mind as you move forward. This week takes us to the second module of our course, Identity and Language, and also our first formal essay, The Literacy Narrative. Most people would agree that factors such as ethnicity, gender, religion, sexual orientation, class, and geography help to shape our personality, who we are, and who we hope to be. In this module, we'll look at other factors that mold our identity. Reading various personal or narrative essays from published authors and student writers, we'll explore the ways reading, writing, and language acquisition can form our personalities and individuality. The result of our exploration will be the production of a literacy narrative, an essay that tells a story with a point or a central theme. So, all the work that we will accomplish for weeks 2 through 3 will focus on the writing of this essay. Although I'll be discussing only the work for week 2 in this video, I encourage you to first read the instructions for the literacy narrative in the week 2 assignments folder before you complete the work for week 2. Knowing the details of this essay will give you a better context for the work that you'll be completing for the next 2 weeks. Also, I encourage you to watch the video where I review the literacy narrative and address its place in the essay literary genre. This video is separate from the weekly message because I strive to make our course videos and weekly messages 10 minutes or less to hold your attention. You'll find the literacy narrative video above the literacy narrative instructions in the week 2 assignments folder. Okay, so now let's review the work for this week. Okay, so I'm going to go to the week 2 folder and assignments. And here we see the first formal essay, The Literacy Narrative, My Life and Language, the detailed instructions. So review that first, and then move to journal entry number 2, the larger theme. So you'll read Sherman Alexie's Superman and Me, Susan Madera's One Voice, and Jhumpa Lahiri's My Two Lives. And you'll see the PDF attachments for each of the essays. I apologize, I had to scan each page of the essay separately because I was using my printer scanner from home and it can't make multiple scans at once. That's why we have separate PDFs for each page. And then after reading the 3 essays, follow these steps for your journal entry. First step is to note the larger theme or question that each essay explores in the first paragraph of your journal entry response. What do you think are the main ideas in Alexie, Madera's, and Lahiri's essays? Step 2. In your second paragraph, note the experiences Alexie, Madera, and Lahiri draw from to find meaning and explore the larger theme or question. Step 3. Choose one of the essays that you wrote about for steps 1 and 2. Pick a striking passage. What makes it striking to you? Is it descriptive? If so, what are the concrete details that create a sensory or emotional experience? Or perhaps the passage contains an epiphany, an aha moment when the narrator has a sudden realization or awareness of the truth. Or perhaps the passage is quite suspenseful, compelling you to read what comes next. Quote the passage word for word. Use quotation marks. And then write about why the passage strikes you in your third paragraph. So this journal entry is due by the end of the day on February 7th. Next, you'll participate in discussion forum number 2, Elements of a Narrative Essay. For this discussion forum, review the sources Owlette produced Tips for Writing a Narrative Essay and Elements of a Personal Essay. Then follow these steps for your discussion forum response, which should be between 200 and 250 words. Step 1, choose one of the following essays to write about in this forum: Malcolm X's Learning to Read, Helen Keller's The Day Language Came Into My Life, or Amy Tan's Mother Tongue. In the first paragraph of your main post, discuss the main point or purpose of the essay you chose for step 1. What is the central theme or question? Then in the next paragraph, write about the way in which the writer organizes the essay. How does the essay begin? How does the essay end? What about the middle? Do you notice a chronological organization with events occurring in a particular sequence? Or perhaps the writer organizes the essay in a nonlinear way, moving from the present to the past. Do these events lead up to a climax in the essay, a turning point or moment of action to which the essay builds? Note the way the writer uses time in his or her essay in your second paragraph. In your third paragraph, discuss one key element of a narrative essay that the writer uses. For instance, you may note the writer's self-honesty, revealing moments of vulnerability or weakness. Or you may note the character development in the essay, how the people in the essay come alive and seem real and interesting. Quote a passage that contains this element, and then discuss how the element and passage helps to express the essay's main point or purpose. In your reply to one peer, you may offer words of encouragement, note the similarities and differences in your responses, ask probing questions to encourage your peer to think more deeply about the essay and writing prompt, or to see the essay from a different perspective, or you can reveal what you have learned from your peer's post. The main post is due by the end of the day on February 8th, and your reply to one peer is due by the end of the day on February 9th. If you have any questions about the literacy narrative, about the assignments for this week, or anything in general, don't hesitate to email me. You could also post your questions in the class questions forum, or you can stop by during my virtual office hours, which will start week 2, Monday through Wednesday from 12 to 1 p.m. Well, that's it for now, everyone. Have a great week. Bye!